What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do an unboxing and review of the Nothing Air 3 earbuds. I finally was able to get these guys in a few days ago. We can go ahead and get this started. I had other things to knock off the list first before we could get to these. Very excited though. So let's go ahead and jump in. First off, we're going to talk price. You can pick these up for 179 bucks. As always, I'll leave links in the description below. For if you went to on where to pick these up. Sorry, if you are interested. All right. As far as colorways, you got the classic black and white. I have the white version here. And as far as specs go, they rock Bluetooth 5.4 with codec support of AAC, SBC, and LDAC. As far as noise canceling, they have a real-time adaptive ANC system, 3 mics per earbud. You know we're going to test that out for sure. As far as battery life, when using AAC, you can get up to noise canceling turned off. You can get up to 10 hours on the earbuds. When you include the case, you can get up to 38 hours. When it's noise canceling is turned on, you can get up to 5.5 hours. And with the case, you can get up to 22 hours. Now, with LDAC turned on and ANC off, you get up to 5.5 hours. And with ANC on, you get up to 3.5 hours. Let me repeat that in case I messed up. ANC off, you get up to 5.5 hours. ANC on, you get up to 3.5 hours. And this is what LDAC turned on. All right, they do offer fast charging. 5 minutes would get you an hour of playback time on the earbuds. When you include the case, 10 minutes would get you 10 hours. Then, of course, the case itself supports wireless charging. As far as water resistance, the earbuds and case are both IP54 dust and water resistant. Very nice. So you can have these out doing physical activity or getting caught in the rain. No problem. As far as features, each earbud rocks 12 millimeter dynamic driver tuned by Nothing. They are wireless, high-res, audio certified. They have their classic custom design, in-ear detection. They have a super mic feature built into the case. You will definitely test that also. You got low latency and low lag mode. You got pinch controls, Google Fast Pair, Windows Swift Pair, multi-point connectivity, and app support for Android and iOS. So let's go ahead and dive into this. Of course. Of course. It never fails. So do it the semi-hard way. See if that helped. Did that help? No. Gee. Totally destroyed the box. Try to do it the clean way and it won't let me. All right. So I'm gonna flip everything over upside down. All right, so here we have the case and earbuds. We'll come back to that. Let's see what else we have here. We have, looks like our user guide and safety information all in one. Scan code to install the Nothing X app if you don't already have it for Android and iOS. You got your QR code there. Very nice. And of course, you got safety information and various languages on how to operate the earbuds. Okay. All right, there we go. We'll put that back in. Let's see what else we got here. Open up that one sleeve, and we got our ear tips. We've got large, small, extra small, and then I guess the medium is installed already on the earbuds. All right, we'll put that back for safekeeping. And of course, over here, do we have? Yes, we do have our USB-C to USB-C charging cable. Okay, I like to see them catching up with the days. A lot of them come with A2C, and as you can see here, I don't know if you can see that, but they have Nothing branding on the cable. Let's see if it's on both sides. Yes, it's on both sides. Very nice little attention to detail. Let me see. You can see that there. It says Nothing. Very nice. I like that little touch. Let's see how long it is. I wasn't going to, but let's go ahead. All right. Okay, short, a little short cable. Okay. Something to like if you have like a power bank with you, you can plug it into that if you need. All right, very nice. So we'll go ahead and put this all to the side here. Let's check out this case and earbuds. Ooh, I like that aluminum. Ooh, that looks sick. Oh, that little aluminum back on there, very nice. Got the white, very, very, still keeping their nice, their square shape here. I just like I like the aluminum, metaling. I like the aluminum casing, bottom portion of the casing. Of course, underneath is plastic for wireless charging. Man, I just like, that's just a really good presentation. Let me go ahead. I have the Nothing 2024, Nothing Air 2024 version. Sorry. These are obviously the all black. You can see there is still some similarities to it. They changed the where the charging port. Well, actually, let me see. Did they change it? No, they didn't. All right, I went the wrong way. All right, so charging port still on the same side, a little smaller space. Definitely got a smaller pairing button. Okay. Everything else seems still to be the same, except for now you got a lanyard option here where you didn't have one. Well, actually, no, you did not have one on this one. You do have an option to put a lanyard in this. That's nice. But again, very, very similar. They actually changed the orientation of the earbuds, as you can see. Instead of on this, going, I guess you can say left to right in the upward motion, you're going right to left in the upward motion. Definitely just change everything around. Good to do that. Let me make sure. Am I doing? No, I'm sorry. I had it turned the wrong way. Nope. They're still the same. Still the same. I'm sorry. That was my mistake. I had it facing the wrong way, but still the same as far as putting them in, left to right in the upward motion. Got your Nothing branding on the inside. Let me go ahead and we'll come back to these in a little bit of a comparison, but I just absolutely love it. Let's take a walk around, an actual walk around, and see what we have. All right, we have that talk button. That's for the super mic right here on the front. You're on the if you're on your right side, you've got your USB charging port. You've got your speaker there that you speak through when you press the talk button, and you've got, is that an LED or charging? That's an LED button. Okay. My mistake. I thought that was the pairing button. That is your LED for charging, or even for when the mic is, actually, yeah, that's either for them. I think that's the mic. Yeah, that's light for the microphones. Sorry. This is your light. All right. So then, of course, you got your lanyard option here that I told you about. You got the dimple here for that, your little fidgeting thing. And then when you pop these open, you got the earbuds there. Let's go ahead and grab one. See, the LED light comes on in front. All right, let's take a look. Again, your classic Nothing design, that clear transparent with the white. Now let's pull one. Honestly, they lengthen the stem? Let's see. Let's grab this one here. We get a better head-to-head here. No, it doesn't look. Well, I don't know. Kind of looks like the stem got a little longer on the on the Air 3s. Yeah, just a tad bit longer. Just by eyeballing it, it looks longer and it looks a little thicker, a little wider. As far as the stem goes on the Air 3s. Okay, still got that classic design and everything. Looks like they're a little bit more beefier overall, but still absolutely looks very, very good, very similar as well. They changed the grid on your one speaker here. You got the dashes here instead of the small dots on the Nothing Air 2024s. So very, very good. You can just some noticeable differences there. All right. So what we want to do now, Actually, before we even do that, let's go ahead and pop these guys in and take a quick look at how they look in the air. Let's go ahead and flip the camera. All right. So I got them in. Here's how they look. In both ears, I more likely will switch out the ear tip, go with the larger one. I think I get a better seal with those as well. All right, so let's go ahead and pop these back in. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and get these guys paired up. We're going to test that Google Fast Pair feature, and we're going to take a walk through the app. Stay strapped in. All right, we're back in. Let's go ahead and get these guys paired up. We're going to test that Google Fast Pair. So let's go ahead and pop this open. See what we get. Boom, there it is. Pops in nicely. Let's go ahead and connect. All right, we are in connect. So we're going to go into setup. We're going to connect right to the X app. Okay, give me that great introducing the super mic, crystal clear phone calls at the push of a button wherever you are. Next, and it tells you how to utilize it and explains how it is a breakthrough mic built into the case, designed to cut through background noise. You know, we're going to test that out for sure. You know, you press and hold the talk button to use the super mic and release it when you are done, when you want to return back to the earbuds, okay? And then double press the talk button to use super mic for a long conversation and return to the earbuds mic by a single press. So you can double press and do a long talk and then just single press to get back into the the earbuds rather. Very nice. And beyond the call, when not on the call, use the talk button to activate the voice assistant. So it's got multiple options there, multiple choices. Absolutely love it. We'll test that as well later on in the video. And then of course, some more information on the microphone itself. So, all right, let's get started. Now, right away, after that, we got an update. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and run this update, and then we're going to come back and take a walk through the app. All right, we're back in. The update has been completed. Let's go ahead and take a walk through the app. As you can see, right at the top, it gives you a list of my devices. I got a long, as you can see, pretty much a nice long line of Nothing earbuds, and I even got the Nothing headphones up here as well. You got your your initial here. This leads into your account. You got the plus button underneath. This is if you want to add another device or something to the list for the app. And then of course in the middle here, moving down, you got your picture of the earbuds. Real quick, I like up here how they indicate exactly which device, which set of earbuds or headphones that you're using with the app. They have it highlighted. I like that with the little green dot. Now moving underneath, you got a picture of both earbuds, left and right. As you can see, they are color matched to the ones I have. You got the name of the earbuds underneath. I love how they already, yeah, these are yours. Ron's Nothing Ear 3s. And then underneath that, you got the battery level for both left earbud, right earbud, as well as a case in the center. All right, moving on down, you've got your noise cancellation options. You got off, you got transparency, and then you have on. And of course, with on, you got your 4 levels. You got low, medium, high, and then you got adaptive. Of course, you have spatial audio underneath that. If you hit the 3 dots, you can it'll tell you exactly which ones you have. Right now, I have it's off, but you can save your preferred setting as fixed. So that means no matter how you turn your head, it will go with you. So you can save that if you want. Okay. So then, of course, you got your super mic option, which is turned on. This is for the mic here on the base, or the case rather. Enable super mic. You can enable walkie-talkie mode as well, like where you can press and talk and everything like that. It says during calls, the earbud mic and super mic are both muted. By default, press and hold the talk button to unmute the super mic. So you can have that turned on as well. Like say, for instance, you're talking to somebody, you just don't hold it, but you're listening. And when you want to talk, you press the button and talk. All right. Walkie-talkie mode. Duh. All right. Of course, you got your bass enhancement. You can turn that off and on. You got your sound your personal sound profile option. You got the back equalizer option here. You can go in here. You can do it the classic way where you got balance, bass, more bass rather, more treble than voice. Then you can go into custom, and you can do the simple way as they call this one, or you can go into the enhanced. Okay. And then you got your graphic equalizer here. Was that 10 band, 8 band? Graphic equalizer. You can mess with the frequency, the Q factor. You can reset it, or you can explore other EQ settings set by various people. You got the Ear 3 version by what is this? The Tank Girl. You got Owen Wynn, his pop ones. You got a lot of ones that upload and share their EQ settings with you. You can download them and try them on your earbuds. Find out which one suits you the best. I like that they include the community in on that. That's very, very cool and rare. You don't see that hardly at all when it comes to this type of thing with other brands and stuff. So we have that. You got your control options here. You have double press, triple press, press and hold, and double pinch and hold. I'm sorry, yeah. And then of course the single pinch is play, pause, and answering in calls, but you cannot customize that one. So, and it's both for the left and right. And then of course you got your case where you can do the hold to turn on super voice assistant. Let me see what other options you have. Or no action. Yeah, so you only get voice assistant and no action. That's hold. I mean, double pinch turns on. You can latch the super mic. So we obviously we're going to play with that. So I can't wait to play with that actually. And then of course you got your low lag mode, dual connection, multi-point. You turn that off and on. We're going to test that to see if we can have that on with LDAC as also, because that's a bug for me. Then of course you got device settings. You can go in. You got your high quality mode. We always turn LDAC on. So we'll do that later. You got LDAC AAC. Then of course you got your auto transparency. You turn on transparency mode whenever you're on the phone call. You can automatically turn that on. You got your in-ear detection. We're going to test that. You got your ear tip fit test, and you got find my earbuds option there where you can find them. Let me go ahead and pull one of these out. That's what it sounds like. One more time. All right. That's what you get when that happens. All right. And then of course you can go ahead and forget the whole connection with the earbuds here on the app as well. So let me see, anything else? Did we miss anything? And of course you got about down here where you can go in your firmware update. You got your model, serial number, Bluetooth address, firmware version. Then of course you can go through the support options, send feedback, read some help articles, and your warranty status for your earbuds. All right. So why did that happen? We don't need that. Hit that by accident. All right. So this has been the quick walkthrough of the app for the Nothing Ear 3 earbuds on the Nothing X app. A lot of fun, a lot of stuff, very jam-packed, a lot of features. I even love the way it looks. All right, so let's continue our testing. All right, next up what we're going to test is the multi-point connectivity feature for these earbuds. As we saw in the app that we had multi-point turned on. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can get these guys connected to both my Z Fold 7 and the Tab S11 Ultra. So as you know, we already have it connected to the Z Fold 7. So what we're going to go ahead and turn off the Bluetooth here. We're going to drop these guys back in the case. All right, quick close. I'm going to reopen it. We're going to put these guys in pairing mode again. All right, we got them paired. And let's see if we get picked up. Let me make sure. Okay, Bluetooth is turned on the Z Fold, on the Tab S11. Doesn't look like it's picking up anything here. Let's go ahead and let's go to details. It shows it here. There it is, but it didn't. Google Fast Pair did not trigger. So let's go ahead and pair. Yep. All right, we got our volume slider, so we are connected. Slide all the way up. You see them there. So, let's go back over to the Z Fold 7. We're going to turn our Bluetooth back on. And we're going to go ahead and connect. And we are connected to both devices now, as you can see here. Oh, let me go ahead and... Oh, okay. Let's take a look in the app. I thought we had that turned on. Oh, yes, that's right. We did turn on LDAC. So LDAC will not allow you, having LDAC on will not allow Multipoint to work. I thought it would, but it doesn't. See, dual connection is turned off. So I'm glad we did pick that up and realize that that is a real bummer here. Let's go into settings. All right, we in ACC. Let's go ahead and turn it on. All right, now it's on. And that was messed up. Let's go ahead and connect. All right, we are now connected. It shows them both connected here in the app. So we cannot have LDAC on and dual and multi-point connection or dual connection on at the same time still with these earbuds. So let's, just to make sure, let's go back into settings, go in, turn that on. This codec tells you about reducing battery life. It's going to reboot and everything. So let's go ahead and do this. Just a real quick test. I'm going to reboot this. We're going to come back and we're going to see if we can have LDAC and multipoint on for real. All right, stick with me. All right, the reboot is done. We do have multipoint connection turned on. As you can see, both of my devices are connected. But here is the kicker here. LDAC is on. So this is definitive. You can have multi-point connectivity and LDAC turned on the earbuds at the exact same time. I stand corrected. I must have turned it off multi-point sometime during the sometime in here, but now multi-point is working and LDAC is turned on. Excuse me. A wonderful thing there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and do some test the multi-point here and check and see if we have auto switching. So we're going to go ahead on both of these devices and we're going to pull up video. All right. We're going to go ahead and grab this one. Sure, we'll grab this one. Let's start that off. All right, we got that on the Z Fold 7. So we're going to go ahead here on the S11 Ultra. Let's retry that. There we go. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to grab this one here. All right, we're going to pause that. All right, so we got two videos going. We're going to start here with the Z Fold 7. All right, we got audio playing here. Let's pause that. Let's go over to the Tab S11 Ultra. We got audio playing out of here. Now, what we're going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and hit play on the Z Fold 7 to see if it automatically switches my audio from the tablet to the phone. All right, here we go. No, it does not. All right, so you will have to pause your first device and then hit play on your second device. Again, not a deal breaker for me. Hopefully they will add that in a future firmware update. Let's continue. All right, next test is going to be the mono mode and in-ear detection test. We're going to check and see how fast the in-ear detection responds when I take one earbud out, and if we can listen to one earbud while the other one is charging in the case. All right, we got our video up, so we can go ahead and play there. All right, so we're going to start off with the right earbud. Not too bad. Take about 1.5 seconds from my count. So let's go ahead and put that in the case, close it, and we're going to hit play. All right, we got audio playing out of the left earbud now. So we're going to go ahead and put the right earbud back in. All right, we got audio playing out of both sides. So now we're going to go with the left. That one's a little faster, a little less than a second there. So let's go ahead and pop that in the case rather, close that. Hit play. We got audio playing out of the right one. So one, the in-ear detection works well. Does pause in, like, I would say about a second from removal of the ear, from the ear, and you can use these guys individually while the other one is charging, basically doubling the battery life. Let's continue. All right, next up is the touch control test. We have our strong queued up. Let me put myself in the box. Oops, wrong one. Sorry. Let's go ahead. All right, here I am. Okay, so now we got our song set up. I went into the Nothing X app and made my adjustments to the pinch controls. So here we go. We're gonna go ahead and play here. All right, now we all know that single press or single pinch rather will pause and play audio and also answer in phone calls. That one you cannot customize, but we're going to test it anyway. Single press on the left pauses the audio. All right, we're going to come back to the right. Single press. Audio is playing now. All right, now on my right earbud, I had double press to skip forward a track. See how it takes me to the next track? On my left will take me back to either the beginning or the previous track. All right, went back to the beginning. And now I'm back to the previous track. All right, so now on both of these, I have the triple, triple press will call up the voice assistant. What's the weather for tomorrow in Harrisburg, PA? All right, so that's on the right. It does the same thing on the left, so I'm not going to go ahead and repeat that there. But as far as now, we got the double press and hold. I use that as my volume up and volume down. So on my left, double press and hold. Well, I'm sorry. Double press and hold does my, did I do that right? Hold on. All right. All right, I'm screwing up here. Hold on. All right, there it is. My volume going down. There it is. All right, I was pressing wrong. And I did make a mistake. I did do my triple press on my left. Oh, sorry. See, as it did that, it does call up my voice assistant. But hold on. Let me make sure. All right. Double press and hold is on my left is my voices or my noise canceling. It turns it off and on. And same thing on my right. So I skipped that one. That was my mistake. All right. So double press and hold does do excuse me, let's go ahead. I'm gonna show you real quick. Does do my voice, my noise canceling. All right, on my right here. Double press and hold, switched it to transparency. On my left, double press and hold, switch the noise canceling back on. All right, so now triple press and hold brings up my volume on my right, and then on my left. Hold on, let me do it again. It's not working. Hold on. There it is. All right. I gotta get used to triggering it on my left ear, but you've seen it go down with the double press and hold. It's weird. All right, so it did work. Everything works flawlessly outside of my mistakes, but yeah, the squeeze controls. It will take some muscle memory and everything, but once you have it down pat, you're golden. Never mind me and my mistakes. Let's continue. This is a mic test with the Nothing Ear 3 earbuds in a quiet location. This is a mic test with the Nothing Ear 3 earbuds in a quiet location. This is a mic test with the Nothing Ear 3 earbuds in a crowded location.
This is a mic test with the Nothing Air 3 earbuds in a crowded location. This is a mic test with the Nothing Air 3 earbuds super mic in a quiet, crowded location. This is a mic test with the Nothing Air 3 earbuds with the super mic in a crowded location.
All right, we are outside for a noise canceling test with the Nothing Air 3 earbuds. As you can see, we have them in. We're in transparency mode. And as you can see, we got traffic going behind us and everything. I can hear everything just fine. They sound nice and clear, just as a standard, as if I was listening to them without them. So what we're going to do now is, like you see the app, we're going to go ahead and put these guys in noise canceling. They are in high mode right now. And to be honest with you, I could still hear the traffic behind me. It did get a little quieter, but I could still hear the cars and everything behind me. So right now we are in a high setting. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and put these guys in adaptive. And yeah, it's no better. I mean, did it get worse? No, it didn't get worse, but it did not get better. Sorry, I had a message. But yeah, I can still hear the traffic back behind me. I'm going back to high because adaptive didn't do too much for me. So yeah, unfortunately, I thought, these guys, the noise cancel, I thought it'd be better, but not. But just to let you know that I am rocking the large ear tips, the stock large ear tips, and I'm also not using or listening to any audio. Now, this is just the strength of the noise canceling within the earbuds themselves. All right. So now, if I had to rate these between 1 and 10, 1 being absolute trash, 10 being the best ever, man, I'd have to give these a 5 at best. So yeah, I mean, because I can still hear the traffic behind me. Is it as loud as you guys are probably hearing it? No, but I can still hear it. It's not completely blocking them out. It's not even quiet. It quieted them down slightly, not to the point that I was expecting coming out of these earbuds. But I'm gonna have to give them a 5 on the noise canceling on these, and it's a shame, but it is what it is. All right, so this has been the ANC test for the Nothing Air 3 earbuds. All right, next up is our sound test. I am back here in the box, as you can see. Yeah, just check it all by screens here, but I am back in the box, so that way you guys can see exactly what I'm doing here when it comes to switching between my presets and everything here on the phone here for the Nothing Air 3s. Oh my gosh. All right, so here we go. We got our first song queued up. That's Dominic Feels I Me, Feeling Good. Our acapella song. We are at my preferred listening level, as you can see here. All right, so what we're going to do now is, first off, we're going to go get into the app. Right now we are in simple setting here. We got the balanced preset going on right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get our music playing. Here we go. Actually, before we do that, let me back up and get back in, and we're going to go back. And we're going to make sure we are in noise canceling. All right, I just wanted to double check that. All right, noise canceling is turned on. I do have the large ear tips still in the ear, on the earbuds, get that good seal and everything like that. So, all right, we got everything in. I got the bass enhancement turned up to 4. Okay. And let's go ahead and get into our music. All right, let's get started. All right. We are now in balance mode. You got good volume here. Again, kind of flat sounding, of course, because this is all acapella. So let's go to more treble. See how that does. And back up. Okay, gave it a little bit more a little bit more volume, a little bit more body to the song. Let's go to voice. Okay. I like it. You're still getting all the nuances stuff from the song, like her enunciation of the words, the background vocalist. I like this vocal for songs like this, where you're doing just a cappella. I like this voice option here. All right, let's flip over to advanced. Okay, a little clearer. Let's play around while we're here. All right, immediately you could tell that the you could definitely tell right off the bat that the overall volume went down. All right. So let's go ahead and explore some. All right, let's see what this is. Let's download. We're gonna download a couple EQs here. All right. All right. So let's see what else we got. All right. So this has been added. Oh, I like that. I think I like the. I think I like the presets. Let's go to more treble. Definitely get a little bit more volume in there. You definitely with the presets. Then let's go back into the customs again, and let's bring that back. Play. All right. Now we're back in the customs. Let's go into advanced. All right. Let's go here. Definitely hear the difference, but the overall volume is lower if we go back into balance. All right. Okay, just to testing how have the earbuds react to custom EQs as opposed to the balance to their presets, and they're doing a better job with the presets. They're giving me a little bit more volume to them and everything. I like clarity when it comes to the vocalist, lead and background. Still getting all the nuance of her enunciation of words and everything like that. You're still getting all that stuff. But my thing is when you dealing with the customs, it seems like the overall volume drops. I don't know what that is, but it does. And we have LDAC turned on. So actually, you know what? Let's go into let's go into the settings real quick. I want to make sure that okay, let's turn it on here. So it was on in the app, but not on the phone. Okay, now let's go back. With that being said, let's go back and try that for a little bit real quick. All right, here we go. All right, we have LDAC on both the app as well as the phone. Let's go into custom. Let's go. Excuse me. Let's go back up here to custom. Let's reset this. All right, it's reset. The minute you kind of when you go up high. Okay. Yeah. Kind of weird how that works. Now we're all clear here. Let's go to one of the ones we explored. All right. That one, the volume got lower. Ear 3. All right. Still kind of low. Now zeroed out seems to work pretty good. All right. And again, with the voice, yeah, you're getting a lot more volume with the resets. All right. So we know what we're dealing with here. All right. We know what we're dealing with here. The presets seem to be giving you a little bit more body, especially when it comes to the acapella song. You got a lot more volume and everything. Again, totally took me for a loop there. Sorry. Let's go ahead and jump into a bass song. I know I took a little long on that first part, but I just wanted to test that with you guys. And, let's go ahead. We're going to go with, you know what? Yeah, let's go with Pony. Here we go. All right, let's go back in. Again, nice and clear. We're voice. Let's go to balance. Okay. Very good. Pretty decent. Nice rumble. Let's pull up more bass. Okay, now you're getting kind of like the bass sounds muffled here with more bass. With a nice little rumble, but it sounds muffled. I like balance. Now let's go custom. Let's do it here. All right, we're going to do a little bit of bass. No. That bass hits. Let's go with the mids. Okay. Now we can turn this up. All right. We'll see what we get here. Now, this is my custom on the simple side, maxing out all three. We're going to see what we get here. I like that. But did he get here? Now, it sounds kind of muffled. But here, I like that. In combination with the bass level being at 4. Let's go back down to 3. All right, again, we're not at my optimal listening level. So we'll go about here. All right. I think I like it right here. 2 ticks up from my preferred volume level. I think I like it there. Let's go back to 4. All right. I'm still getting the good clarity and everything with the mids and highs and the vocals. But I'm getting that nice punch with the bass too. So we're tuning this in real time. We're testing out these things in real time. I did not do the personal sound profile. I will do that off camera and come back and tell you how that is here in a second. But I just wanted to quickly do that and this right here. And let's go ahead and get into real quick our strictly instrumental. We're gonna go grab some Kenny G. We're gonna go all the way up. We're gonna grab one of his that I haven't listened to in a while. We're gonna do Going Home. Let's try that one. Whoops, sorry. Here we go. I like that bass with the keyboard and drums. All right, let's go ahead and get into. Oh, that sounds crisp. Let's turn this down to 3. No, let's leave it at 4. But we're going to go ahead into the app or the EQ settings. All right, let's go with more treble. Oh, that's on point right there. That's on point. Nice and clear with the crispness of the saxophone. Here's a high note. Oh, yeah. That's on point for this song. And then you got the background instruments in. You still getting that nice little bass kick with the drums. But the sounds so clear. I like that. Let's go back to balance. That's not bad. A little warm, but not bad. But for this song, I like more treble. I like that. I do. That was sounding really clean. All right, let's go ahead. I know I said this was going to be one last song, but I just can't help myself, so we're going to do another one. Let's go ahead and do some E40 real quick. All right, nice bass there. Let's go with more bass. Again, it kind of muffles the sound. All right, so let's go to balance. Okay, I like that. Let's go to custom. I like that even more. I'm getting the mids and highs, the clear vocals, but I'm getting that good bass knock. Okay. I just wish it had a little bit more juice to it. Right now I'm one tick up. All right. It's three tick. I'm sorry, three ticks. All right, so here we go. That's my preferred. 1, 2. Okay. Let's go back to balance. I like that. All right. So balance for that one. We got bass enhancement turned up to 4. Let's go max it out. Okay, good punch. I don't think there's not much difference between 4 and 5 in my opinion when it comes to that. But again, I'm gonna have to jump back in and do my my personal sound profile and see how that does. I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick, and we're gonna come back and run these one more time, real quick. All right, I went back in and did the personal sound profile. As you can see, I got it turned on. It's testing both my left and right ears there. But that's been turned on to incorporate into the music, or at least the sound of the music and anything. So we're going to really quick do 2 songs here. We're going to try this bass song, and then we're going to do an instrumental. All right, so here is E40 featuring T-Pain, Candy Girl, You and That. Nice bass song, so let's go ahead and get started here. Again, now the bass is punching. And of course, yeah, we have it set to the balance equalizer. Switch over to more bass. Yeah, I don't like that. Okay. I like the balance. It's giving me that nice punch. Nice low end rumble there. I like that. But I'm getting the clarity of the vocalists. They don't sound muffled or anything like that. So I think I'm gonna rock with balanced on here. Let's go to you and my custom. Yeah, not even. Yeah, that's. I don't know. It's something about the balance setting on here that's just doing it for me. All right. All right, a little bit of E40. Okay, we're gonna pause that in. Let's go ahead and we're gonna jump into instrumental real fast. You know what? Yeah. All right, where you at? Here we go. Ass rats, infected mushrooms. Let's do this for a little bit because I know this video is running long, but I want to make sure I cover all the bases here. Again, nice crisp keyboard there. Excuse me. Got that little bass nugget there. Again, very crisp. I don't know what it is, but this balance preset is doing it, man. It's giving me everything. Let's turn this up a little bit more. Oh, yeah. It's doing it for me right here. All right, right there. I think that's my preset there, my setting, volume. Woo. Yeah, that low bass, that bass come in, it's nice and it's rumbling. Very clear. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. All right, yeah, I don't know what it was, but it did something for me there with that bass and the clearness of the mids and highs on it. Did a fantastic job. All right, after all that, I'm satisfied with what I got. So let's go ahead and talk about my likes and dislikes of the Nothing Air 3 earbuds. All right, let's go ahead and talk about my likes and dislikes of the Nothing 3 earbuds. First, let's start off with my dislikes. First, I have to say it's the custom EQ settings. When you go in, you set them. It seems like it lowers my volume. I don't know if it's the phone. I don't think it's my phone or anything like that. But I don't know because it seems like when you're going in adapt, the balanced EQ gave me that nice volume, nice brightness of sound, and also gave me the balance that I'm looking for between bass and excuse me, my mids and highs when it comes to my vocalists and my instruments. But you saw it firsthand. Switching over to like a custom EQ, it sounded like the volume dips and everything. I don't like that at all. I thought doing with the customizing the EQ would improve on the volume and or overall brightness of sound without having to turn up the volume to get where you want it to be. But I honestly thought that was the case, but it wasn't. But still, that I had to put that as a dislike on there. All right, and another dislike. Let me see. Is there another one? No. I can't think of any other dislikes. Oh, other than the noise canceling. Wish the noise canceling was better. Again, I was using the stock large ear tips while doing that test rather, and I just wish that they, excuse me, I just wish that the noise canceling was better than what it is. I think that just about covers all of my dislikes of the earbuds. Let's go ahead and talk about my likes. First off, I love, as always, love the transparent casing on the earbuds. I always love the look and the new look with the aluminum backing here on the case itself. Absolutely love this talk feature with the on the case here. You press and hold on that, and you can talk right in. Absolutely love how clear you sound and how it really takes out the ambient noise when using it. And I love that feature, the walkie-talkie feature too. That's a lot of fun. Let's see, fast charging, absolutely. Multipoint with LDAC turned on, yes, absolutely. I love that. Glad that feature is included. I can't speak more about it because there's still devices out there that do not allow LDAC and multipoint at the same time. But I figured it's about that time that we are allowed it. We should have that as a standard, and it's good to see that they included that. Pinch controls were great. Once you get that muscle memory down, you have no problems there. The in-ear detection sensor is will only get better with time. It'll be a lot faster the more you use it. The more I use it with these, but I love the fact that they have that feature that embedded in these as well. Absolutely, I just fantastic. Again, the pinch controls. Let me go back to that. I love the fact that you can really fine tune these for a single earbud usage or both of them. I love the different types of options you have as far as pinch control. Absolutely love it. I think it's fantastic. Let me see what else. Yeah, we cover multi-point. I really like the way the app looks and the feel of the app and everything like that. All the features that it gives you. Yeah, I really like the way that looks. And let me see. I think that covers just about everything of my likes and dislikes. I don't have. I am fairly pleased with these as a update to the 2024 version, which I had my qualms with those, but I did decide to bring them back in the fold. And right after I did that, these dropped. So I'm like, I should have just waited, but I wanted to get them in. So now they're in. These are in. Look for a comparison video between the two. Anyway, that wraps up my likes and dislikes of the Nothing Air 3 earbuds. Let's close this out. So this has been an unboxing and review of the Nothing Air 3 earbuds. Like I said, a worthy upgrade to the 2024 version, excuse me. If you're in the market for a good pair of earbuds with a case with that multi-use, I love that speaker, the talk speaker right here, the talk function on the earbud, on the case rather. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness, get it right. I love that feature on here, not to mention all the other bells and whistles on these earbuds. If you're in the market, definitely look at picking these up. And I guess Nothing's trying to develop their own ecosystem now with their phone, their headphones, their earbuds. Excuse me. They're doing big things. But definitely, if you're interested, take a look at these. definitely worth the price that they are, in my opinion. All right, so if you like what you see on this video, go and hit the like button. I know I've kept you guys on so long, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this quick. If you want to join me as I continue my journey with unboxing videos, gauntlet series, head-to-head sound challenges, and the like, go and hit the subscribe button and notification bell. I still got a bunch of unboxings going on, and some gauntlet series is coming up. It's a lot happening, so you definitely want to be subscribed to the channel and hit that notification bell. That way you're notified when videos like this and others drop. I know this has been long enough, so I'm gonna let you go. I appreciate you pulling up, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.